In a world where everything is changing, you can always count on us to change for you.
Of course, the main goal is nationals.
We have features,
Highlights, and all things Northwest sports.
That's been the big focus for us.
This
is Bearcat Update.
Let's go! We're getting better today, baby!
Welcome back to Bearcat Update. I'm your host, John Walker. We had a week full of action at Northwest, starting with Bearcat Golf. The team finished 7th out of 19 teams in the Midwest Intercollegiate Invite. Morgan Teal was the team's top golfer with a 2-day total of 159 and an individual placement of 16th. Outdoor track and field began its season last Thursday at the Emporia State Relays. After their success in the indoor season, our reporter Chase Chambers met with the team to see how they plan to continue that into this spring. Chase.
Sophomore Blake Morgan talks about the biggest differences from indoor to outdoor track season.
The biggest difference is obviously just the weather. Outdoor plays a big role in it. Indoor, you don't have it. There's no wind to deal with, no rain. The track's never slippery. So just having to deal with the elements basically is the biggest difference.
Sophomore Gavin Monday and Blake Morgan talk about the events they will compete in this upcoming outdoor season.
Same events I did indoors, 100, 200, 400. I guess the 100 is not indoor, but 4x1 will be added outdoor, and then this 100 instead of the 60.
I do high jump, and so that's the only thing I do. So I do them both indoor and outdoor.
Monday and Morgan explain what their likes and dislikes are about the outdoor season.
Definitely the elements. I mean, the wind is terrible, especially when you run them long races. And then I'm just excited to have an outdoor because it is, you don't got to worry about cutting in on the 400, and it's just all your race, not very technical.
Favorite thing about outdoor season is just how many teams and athletes are able to come to the meets, just because it is a bigger facility, it can hold more. Just to see all the different athletes come and watch the competitions, a lot of fun. My least favorite thing about outdoor is definitely when we just have a bad day. It's rainy, wet, cold. It just doesn't make it fun.
Monday and Morgan are mostly excited to finally get an outdoor season under their belts and see what it's all about.
Just a chance to compete outdoors. You know, we didn't get to compete last year, and then just ready to put up some times because everyone runs faster outdoor.
I'm just looking forward to being able to have an outdoor season. Obviously, we haven't competed in 2 years outdoors, so just the fact that we get to have that chance this year is what I'm most looking forward to.
Monday and Morgan share which season, indoor or outdoor, they like better and why.
Probably outdoor, just because you don't got to worry about cutting in on the 400 and stuff, and everyone just runs their own race, doesn't have to worry about all that technical stuff.
I think outdoor right now, just because I'm kind of over indoor. We've done it for the past 2 years. I just haven't had an outdoor season, like I said, so I'm excited to have an outdoor season again.
Reporting for Bearcat Update, I'm Chase Chambers.
Thanks, Chase. The team will be back in action this weekend for the Southwest Baptist University Bearcat Invite in Bolivar, Missouri. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we talk Northwest baseball and more. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT, Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. Northwest baseball started its week with a 10-7 loss to Washburn, and continuing into Wichita, Kansas later in the week, the men defeated Newman 12-2 on Friday. Newman came back on Saturday and won 5-4, but that didn't last long when the Bearcats defeated the Jets 9-5, which put their record at 8-11. The team will be at home for a 3-game series against Missouri Western this weekend. Also taking the field last week, the Northwest softball team battled Northeastern State and gained a win for the weekend, but fell to the Riverhawks 9-1 before losing both games of a doubleheader to Rogers State. The team will be back at home this weekend to take on Emporia State and Washburn. Men and women's tennis, they had a successful weekend, picking up 4 wins collectively. Both the men and women dominated Newman 6-1 on Friday and continued their dominance of Emporia State, winning 7-0 on Saturday. The men will take on Rockhurst University Thursday and Southeastern Oklahoma State Sunday. The women will battle Southeastern Oklahoma State on Thursday, and this week they will face Northeastern State in Central Oklahoma. And don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT, Channel 8.
Welcome back to the Ford Center. We're in Evansville, Indiana, the championship game of the NCAA Division II and National Tournament.
You got to go back to, September, October when we're going to have a season at all, and we're sitting here now playing for a national championship, playing on CBS. people get to listen, watch at home, and so it's got to be thankful that it's happening and we've made it to this point.
One thing to think about is probably everybody know gymnastics, don't they? Okay, so everybody knows the balance beam, right? Okay, so the balance beam, if I were to put a balance beam out here on the floor, everyone in here could walk across it, okay? And they wouldn't think twice about walking across it, right? Okay, I raise it up a little bit, everybody probably still could walk across the balance beam, okay? Maybe a little bit more wobbly, okay? Maybe a little bit more thought goes into it. It gets higher, let's say it's now 200 feet in the air and it's outside, okay? All of a sudden, it becomes more difficult what you did right here, up there. Part of the reason is, and the only reason is your commitment here, okay, had 0 distractions. You fully committed to what you had to do, when in reality you didn't have to. And as it gets higher, the commitment needs to get stronger, but for most people, the commitment gets weaker. And they get into a game like tonight, okay? And they commit less to what they know they can do. They commit less to guarding the ball, to boxing out, to doing your offense. Because they're distracted by so many other, what if I take this step? What if this happens? What if this happens? Doesn't matter, commit. Commit, fully commit to that. What if the wind picks up? Commit even more. What if it starts to wobble? Commit. Commit to everything that you do with raw aggression as though that balance beam is on the floor. Let's go.
Yeah! Come on, 3, 1, 2, 3, 10. Down the lane to the bucket, lays it up and in. Trevor Hudgens with the drive to the bucket on the left side. Bearcats up 27-17 after falling behind to start this game. Northwest used a 9-0 run to take the lead, and they've had it since.
They just have so many weapons, John, and there's not one person out there at any point where you can say you don't have to guard, and that's what makes them so tough.
They had fall asleep against West Texas. They came from double-digit deficit in the matchup against Lincoln Memorial and pulled out the victory. And a good half it was for Northwest Missouri State. They'll go into the locker room with a 48-29 lead over the West Texas A&M Buffaloes.
This is far from over. It's far from over, okay? You've got to go back to your balance beam mentality, okay? You've got the balance beam that's still up in the air, okay? You have to make sure, okay, that you maintain your commitment level to just keep one step in front of the other and win a possession.
It's just a really fun style of basketball to watch, and it's a very unselfish style. It doesn't matter who scores. It just matters what's the best shot we can get as a team. And it all comes back to just the culture and how they work.
Bernard got it to Hawkins. Hawkins now with the drive with the one-handed, right-handed slam is good. And the Bearcats now can begin their celebration at midcourt as they pick up their 3rd national title.
Hey, man. That's what we play for, baby. That's what we do. Yeah, I know.
Don't need your glory. In my mind is a fierce desire. You better
Let's go.
Congrats to the team that is the program's 3rd national title in the last 5 years, or 4 seasons if you count last year being canceled due to COVID-19. That win also marked Ben McCollum's 300th career victory. The Bearcats had a great season, and now, as Ben McCollum would say, it's on to the next. That's going to wrap things up for this week's episode of Bearcat Update. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8 or catch all of our previous episodes on YouTube at KNWT8. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.
In a world where everything is changing, you can always count on us to change for you.
Of course, the main goal is nationals.
Follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8.
It's been the big focus for us.
Tune in on Mondays at 6:30 on KNWT Channel 8.
This
is Bearcat Update.
Let's go! We're getting better today, baby!
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Bearcat Update, guys. For last week's episode, click up there. And for all of our previous episodes, click right there. We'll see you next week.